It is all four downs NFL picks. And yeah, we normally do it on Thursday, but somebody don't want to join me on Thursday. Nah, I'm just kidding. I want to say a big early happy birthday to Hector V, my man. 1 year older. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing much better now.
I had Hector on the college football show, and he was like, "I don't know not much about college football. I'm just, my Notre Dame, and that's all right. Filling in for our CEO, Joe Aguirre, who is ill and under the weather. So I hope he has a safe recovery and join me next week to talk about more about college football. But here in the NFL, we's a lot of news breaking down today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, Devonta Adams going to the New York Jets. Wow. I mean, like I thought it was just, whatever, but I guess it is what it is. And then the Bills, they land Amari Cooper from the Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, people are definitely making some moves. And then Tom Brady got an approval to go ahead and own the Raiders.
He's got
What?
5%. He's got 5 on it.
Yeah, that 5 on is gonna be 95 when he be like, yo, I know more about football than you, right? I'm just saying.
I know it.
But it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of news and it might shake up some of our picks, but I'm a, I just I don't know, man. I don't know. The Devontae Adams would it help the New York Jets, or is it gonna be the same old? Because listen, you fired your head coach, you have an interim head coach. The Jets, I don't know what is going on with the Jets. Like, it's like they're going blind and making these moves. Are they making moves for now, or they don't have longevity? I mean, I'm just confused as to the direction the Jets are going. I mean, they look like my
Yeah.
Giants.
I mean, the way they played last night was confusing. I was like, what is this? I mean, I don't get the Jets. I mean, I get the Giants. I figured out their misery and their confusion, but the Jets, I just don't get them. I really don't.
Oh man, I'm confused. I'm confused with Brian Dable with the Giants because now he's going on record saying he's evaluating Daniel Jones as a quarterback.
How
Now,
about he?
I know where this is going. This is protecting his ass because of the fact that there's an injury clause on Daniel Jones. And believe it or not, he will be benched this week if the Giants don't score in the first half. If they don't score a touchdown, he is being benched and will not take the starting job again.
He needs to be benched if he don't score in the first red zone.
It's just mind-boggling and frustrating as a Giants fan to watch. But I'm sure everyone else is struggling. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about this in our whoop, whoop,
Whoop.
in our show. And what's also mind-boggling is this, and I have to start off the show with this. Jerry Jones calls out radio hosts during a feisty interview over the Cowboys struggle. What do you expect if you're the guest on the show? You're the Dallas Cowboys owner. Hello. All right. So check this out. And I quote, and I got this from many resources, and it goes, listen, let me tell you what I'll do about it. I will let us sit down and look at the decisions we've made over the last several years. Okay. I'm gonna stop right there. Several years. Hello. What decisions did you make this off season to
Right.
get you to where you at? Okay.
Right.
I'll look at it. Now, if you think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over the radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have to got to be smoking somewhere, or if there's more. I'm sorry, I'm messing this quote up. You have to got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not, and really don't. And I don't even want our listeners listening to me talk about. This is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job. That's not your job. Or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man. No, no, I'm not kidding.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. You stop
Like
players
like the Cowboys don't have
right
enough
now.
issues on the field.
Mm,
Now the owner wants to get in there and just make his voice known for the wrong reasons.
The Cowboys, okay, they let their defensive coordinator be the head coach of the Washington Commanders. Okay. That was your product. That was your guy that should have took charge of the Cowboys. But instead, you sent the guy that's supposed to be your head coach, your next head coach, first place in the NFC East. That's exactly what you did. And your defense suck. Why? Because you let your defensive coordinator go. You didn't pay him more money to stay. That's what happened. Your offensive coordinator supposedly was getting blamed. He gets shipped out to another team. Your head coach right now is calling all the shots. Where is that going?
Right.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
And how many times, Hector, have I told you, even off the air, on here, anywhere, that if Dak Prescott throws over 40, that's an automatic L. Dude,
Yeah.
and you paid him. You paid your wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, which is talented. He's frustrated. Then it's like you look at Dak Prescott and it's like, yo, are you in fashion or are you playing a game of football? You
Right.
walk around, you dress better than you did when you first started your career. And it seems like you just lost your identity. You lost your reasons to be a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. You say this is America's team, but it just seems like no players in there cares about the history of the Dallas Cowboys.
No, we need to put this to rest already. We need to just leave this alone. This whole America's team situation. The whole America's team does not have nothing to do with what they do on the field, because you have not done nothing for over the last 2 decades to say that you can even be considered America's team on the field. I'm sorry. You may be, you may sell a lot of merchandise around the world, but you're not producing anything on the field. No, you got people burning their stuff. I mean, it's like,
is that what's going on in Texas?
Texas is up in flames right now. Right? They say everything is bigger in Texas. Well, the flames are going up pretty big here in Texas. I mean, I don't know if they're joking or not, but you got a lot of people trying to jump the ship and go to Houston.
Oh hell, yes. Look, I'll pick Houston anytime over. Even I remember when they first came out. David Carr's brother was the quarterback of the Houston Texans, and he was the first round pick, right? I was like, I'll pick the Texans over Cowboys anytime. They were garbage for a while. Now they found their identity. They got the right head coach, the quarterback.
Right.
But hey, Dallas Cowboys, even though they beat the New York Giants, but I have to say, Cowboys are worse than the Giants.
No, you're absolutely right. And when I'm not just saying that because I'm a Giants fan. Yeah, head to head, you won.
Yeah.
But you look on paper, the Cowboys can't seem to get nothing right.
They have all the talent. All the talent. And you went 12-4 for 12-5,
no,
right?
12-4, 12-4, 12-5, yeah.
12-5, yeah.
12
right?
wins.
12 wins, 3 straight seasons for nothing. Nothing to show for.
Right.
I mean, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's one of my assistant coaches. He's a big Dallas fan. Was riding me, but like, oh, you're a Giants fan, you suck. But I'm like, do we really suck? I mean, at least we know what direction we were at. Cowboys every year have high hopes that they're going to win it all every single year. And it seems like every single year their hearts are broken. I'm wondering if in Texas, state of Texas, especially in the Dallas area, if the business is going for psychiatrists or social workers, because, man, I tell you.
Well, I know the sales on TVs has gone up in Walmart and other places where you can buy your flat screen TVs. They've gone up they've gone up in sales.
Oh man, Let me prove something to you real quick here. Let's look at the standings. The Washington Commanders are in first place, 4-2. They're looking solid. Look at that, the point differentials there, up plus 33. Then you look at the Cowboys, negative 42. And I love it because they got blown out by the Detroit Lions. Philadelphia Eagles and the Cowboys, they mirroring each other because look, they look confusing as hell. I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. Um, but their record, I mean, 3-2, yet the scoring differential is terrible. So the NFC East is looking kind of shady, except for the Commanders. And I think because they pick good, they're doing well. And I was gonna say Daniel Jones, Josh Daniels. Is that his name, right? Yeah, I got it right. Um, no, I got it wrong.
Jaden Daniels.
Daniel, yeah,
Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
yeah, I'm all messed up. Anyway, the Commanders, they're in first place and well deserved. They're playing good football and being a young team, they're listening to their coaches, the Eagles. They're all focused on winning. And the NFC North, wow. I mean, look at that. 5 wins for the Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears, all three got 4 wins. I mean, this is probably the best competition that the NFC North have seen since the division existed. I mean,
yeah.
how would you have all 4 teams battling up, right? But sooner or later, reality is going to sink in.
And look,
I'm gonna tell you right now who it is. The Bears are going down.
It might be the weaker of the 4 teams, yeah. But right now, I mean, seriously, look all the way at the end of those stats between the points differential and the streak. This division is on fire at the point. You're right. Things have got to spread out. They're going to thin out because they got to play each other. It starts this week, Detroit and Minnesota. But still, I mean, for them to have a plus on the point differential, that tells you that these teams are putting up points. You know, not to mention, you know, like the point differential between you and I head to head, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that. No. But I definitely want to talk about is the NFC South. Last year, I went for Atlanta and they disappointed me. I think you went for the Saints. You got disappointed, and the Bucks came out of nowhere, be like, "Ha ha, I win." But the Bucks look better than last year. I'm just surprised. I feel like these quarterbacks, like Baker Mayfield, was a first-round pick for the Browns, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just was in a bad system. You're looking at what Mayfield can do with the right players and the right staff, right?
Yeah.
But I think this goes to Atlanta. I'm still gonna go for Atlanta. There's a reason why Kirk Cousins went to Atlanta. They believe in him. I think they might pull it out, but it is going to be a long battle at the end. The Saints and the Panthers, that was a gimme. We already know that was going to happen. But the Saints is a surprise because I thought they'll be competitive enough.
You know, I underestimated the Falcons from the get-go this year, but they're proving me wrong. It looks like this is going to be a 2-team race now that Derek Carr is injured. So we're going to see how these two play the second go around, because the first time was a heck of a match between these two. It did not disappoint.
It's an NFC South game, man. It's always that way. Always.
Right.
NFC West, the 49ers are back on top, tied with the Seattle Seahawks. They own that first place. Arizona and LA Rams. And I'm going to tell you right now, 49ers dealing with injuries, 3-3. They're in good shape. Once everybody comes back healthy, they're going to run the West and probably going to be in competition with the rest. But I'm still overall in the NFC. The Detroit Lions is my team to pick for the Super Bowl.
Right now, I do agree that Detroit is the strongest NFC team at this point, not knocking the Vikings, who are undefeated, because that's what their records show that they are. Mm-hmm. But Detroit is on a whole new level right now, you know. I think.
Yes. I feel like the Vikings has the same story with the Lions because remind you, they traded quarterback. Well, they got rid of their quarterback, right? Went to a team to win something. This time it's kind of the opposite. We get rid of Kirk Cousins. We're looking better. I won't be surprised if they go all the way. But I just love the story of the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
I'm all in, man. I want golf to win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's the story that we should have had last year. They should have went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Uh, but you know what gets me is how the 49ers are 3-3. They're struggling with the injuries, but yet they're plus 32 in the point differential. I mean, that goes to
When
show
they
they
win
win
big.
big.
When
Exactly.
they
That goes to
lose,
show
it's
it.
a close game. Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's just
Yeah.
wild.
And they're struggling within their conference games, 1-3 in a
Yes.
conference game,
And in their division,
1-2 in the
surprisingly.
division. Yeah, they got their first win against Seattle. They'll bounce back, man.
Yeah.
They'll bounce back. Let's move on to the AFC. The Buffalo Bills look like they're gonna run the show there, even though the Bills look suspect, man.
Oh yeah, they
Um,
did. They did.
yeah. Who knows what the Jets will do, but at 2-4, let's see if they can make a comeback. AFC North, the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're
No,
talking about the Steelers?
I know.
What?
I still feel this is a one-team race right now, honestly. I
Oh,
really do.
yes. The Steelers. Listen, the Steelers are winning. Congratulations.
They
I'm
finally
still I'm still waiting for Justin Fields to fall flat, and it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
going to happen. The Steelers are going to be on a losing streak soon. And then you're going to be like, okay, we're going to change quarterbacks. AFC South, Houston Texans running away with the South. They just hope they keep it that way. They're undefeated at home, 2-0 in their division. Seems like it's a promising thing, but look at that point differential.
I know that is what's scary. I mean, you're 5-1 and only a +8. That is not good because when you lose,
Mhm.
you lose big. And
At
that
least
was against
Indianapolis consistent. They're at 0. 3-3.
Hey, 3-3,
We're starting
500.
all over.
Yeah,
But
we just
damn,
start from
Joe
scratch.
Flacco is just taking this team to another level, man. And if I was out the coach, leave him. Like, okay, here's another thing, and this is why I lost some of these games because they were predicting or they're saying that Anthony Richardson was supposed to start. Then you see Joe Flacco just throwing touchdowns.
Right.
If
I
that
know.
was the case, I would have never go against the Colts.
I would have picked the Colts too, and I would have finished undefeated this week, but that did not happen. So
I'm just saying, there's a lot of I could have changed, man. Because some of these
yeah.
players, like again, there was a lot of players that were supposed to sit out that ended up playing.
Mhm.
I'm not listening to ESPN no more. And it was Kansas City undefeated 5-0. They're coming back to the bye. That's what you want to look at. Plus differential 33, right? The Chargers 3-2 made a comeback. They got into winning ways. Don't sleep on the Broncos.
No, I mean,
They got the best defense. I'm telling you right now.
I
Best
watched that
defense.
game. I watched that game Sunday against the Chargers, and boy, the Chargers had it wrapped up like a Christmas gift, but they let the Broncos unwrap it and open up the toys because they came back on them. I was like,
Yes.
"Whoa, watch out!"
Bo Nix is a real deal, man.
Bo
Just
knows
saying.
Bo knows. Bo's figuring
Bo
it out.
knows. Yeah. And speaking about the Denver Broncos, they go on the road against the New Orleans Saints. I'm taking the Denver Broncos.
You know, I can't disagree with you there. I mean, you look, Bo Nix is playing good football here, and then we're talking about a decimated New Orleans Saints who gave up 51 points and close to 600 yards last week. Okay, if Bo Nix cannot outshine Spencer Rattler, then there's a problem here.
Yo, Spencer Rattler, look, he looked all right. But then he reminded me why he's only an average quarterback because again, he started with Oklahoma, went to South Carolina. Dude looks suspect, bro. I'm sorry. A lot of people going for the Saints for the win.
No, I just don't see it. I mean, because
I don't see it either.
I don't see how Spencer Rattler is going to be able to throw that ball against that Broncos stingy defense.
Two interceptions in this game for him.
Yeah,
At least 2 interceptions.
Somewhat,
Yes.
at least.
New England on the road against Jacksonville Jaguars. That's going to be early morning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you.
Know.
I already know. I'm taking the Jaguars on this one. They're 6-6 internationally. Okay, they're 6-6 internationally. So I just think that we should just rename them the London Jaguars or the Overseas Jaguars, whatever you want to call them. They just seem to be overseas more than they are in Florida.
Mm.
Look, I knew they were going to lose against the Bears, but look, I call me crazy, but they have the advantage over the Patriots. You can't tell me they came
They're
back.
still there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're there, they're prepared, they're acclimatized, they're ready for this game.
You got Drake May's second start. I mean, it is what it is. They're gonna learn. I'll be surprised. Again,
It will be a
yeah.
big shocker if the Patriots go in there and win this game.
Seattle Seahawks on the road against the Atlanta Falcons.
I just talked about how I underestimated the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not going to do that until Kirk Cousins screw the pooch. I am not going to underestimate them. I'm really not, especially at home. I mean, Seattle just lost the last two games. One of them they should have. Well, honestly, they could have came back against the 49ers, but I think Kirk Cousins will open up the field here. He'll get the ball on the ground. He'll get that passing game going. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have an awesome game at home, and he's going to continue the winning ways here. So I'm going with the Falcons.
I agree with you all the way. Tennessee Titans on the road against the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the Bills. I just don't trust the Titans. Will Levi, I'm sorry, man. It's like we got to replace his quarterback because he loves to turn over the ball. And Buffalo, they got a lot to prove. They need this win. Man. They need this win. So I'm taking Buff.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo too. But look, after last night, I can excuse the losses to Baltimore and Houston, but last night they almost gave that game away, man. They shouldn't have done it. Why are you going to only rush two at going into halftime and let Mr. Hail Mary throw the ball deep down the end zone? You don't do that. But I got a little more faith in Josh Allen than I do with Levi. So
the Bengals on the road against the Browns. I don't know how the Bengals ended up just winning, barely defeating the New York Giants.
Well, I think about what you had said prior to picking that game, that the Bengals are playing to the other team's stature. It's like they're playing their game, and that's exactly what they look like against the Giants. They played the Giants style of football, because if they would have played the way they did against the Ravens, they would have outscored the Giants by halftime. This game would have been over with. We would all have been shutting out the lights, but it wasn't the case. And so are they going to really dumb it down against the Cleveland Browns, who are not playing well? Did I just throw some bars there? Dumb it down against the Cleveland Browns? Watch out now. Watch out.
There you go. Watch out.
But no, look, the Browns, they seriously got a lot of problems here.
And they just traded Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper, yes.
Amari Cooper. Oh, man. Come on, man. Give me the Bengals.
Give me the Bengals.
All right. Houston, Texas on the road against the Green Bay Packers. I'm taking the Packers at home.
Wow. Yeah. I thought we was going to have a difference on this one here.
Are you serious?
No, I really thought so. I was not picking it. Look, the way you can't fault the way the Packers are playing football, man. I mean, I take nothing away from CJ Stroud and what that offense is doing.
Neither.
They are, but the Packers are aggressive when Jordan Love got that ball, man. I mean, they almost made the full comeback against the Minnesota Vikings. But if the Texans get out to a lead, because they could not do that against Minnesota, if they get out to a lead, then it could be a long day for them.
I think Texas could get a lead, but just that somewhere down the line, Green Bay will adjust and come back and take the lead again. I mean, I could see a seesaw match between these two teams. But I know defensively will look favor in the Texans, right? Because of their head coach. But we're in Green Bay, man. Bring out the cheeseheads. Yes.
Bring out the cold weather.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Miami going to the Colts. I'm taking Indianapolis.
There's no doubt of why shouldn't we take the Colts on this one?
I've been over against them. Might as well join them and watch them choke on me. Watch.
The Colts. Oh my God! If they choke this game, I'm done picking them too. I could tell you right now.
Here we go.
Well, with
Here
the
we go.
Colts, you are 0-2 picking them. So, I mean,
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't need your stats.
but the Colts, I can't seem to figure them out. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're
Mhm.
having a hard time figuring this team out. But since the Dolphins seems to be more of a mess at this stage right now without Tua, I'm taking the Colts. I think the Colts are more stabilized, and they'll get into the plus sign with the point differential this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I put that twice. Here we go. Detroit Lions on the road against the Minnesota
This
Vikings.
should be the heavyweight match of the week, honestly. This should be, and
Mm.
I don't mind starting it off. I am going with the Detroit Lions on this one. I'm taking,
Ooh.
if you want to call it an upset, I'm going to take it. Their offense is relentless. Their offense is explosive. Again, I'm not taking nothing away from Minnesota, but I think also that their run, their the Lions run oriented balance is just. I think this is where they're going to go into Minnesota and punch them in the mouth and show them that we are the team to beat in the NFC, especially in the NFC North. I'm telling you, the way
No,
Minnesota.
no, no. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. And believe me, the Vikings been 5-0 before and always found a way to choke.
Right.
But I'm just gonna look at the resume.
Okay.
The Vikings already beaten the Green Bay Packers. They beat
Mm-hmm.
Houston. They
Right.
beat San Francisco.
Yep.
That's 3 straight. Yeah, they got by the Jets by a touchdown. On the other side, Lions, they played against a depleted team, the Dallas Cowboys, 47-9.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They had their great games against Seattle, but I'm gonna take the Minnesota Vikings. I think that we're underestimating. I know I said earlier the show that I picked the Lions to Super Bowl, but
No, yeah.
they're going to meet again.
Oh, yeah.
They're
They
going
have.
listen. I won't be surprised if the Vikings and the Lions meet each other 3 times this season, twice here and one in the postseason. It's
Right.
going to be epic, but I'm going to stick with the home team, and I'm taking Minnesota.
I just feel, I know this is being recorded. Whoever wins this game is not winning the next matchup.
Oh, yeah. It's not recorded. We live, baby. We live.
Oh, yeah,
We live.
whoever
Yeah.
wins
Yeah.
this matchup is not winning the next matchup against it.
We'll see. I need 61% are picking Detroit Lions to win. Pretty interesting that you and I split, but
Mhm.
this is our first disagreement there. I like it.
Right.
The Eagles travel to the Giants.
Eagles. What more do I got to say? You can start the game with the Giants in the red zone, and they will still punt the ball away.
And the thing is, Saquon Barkley returns to MetLife Stadium as an Eagle.
3
And
touchdowns.
I am curious to see what type of reception will he receive. Now, he's trying to downplay it to where I always wanted to stay in the Giants, but they didn't want to sign me. You know what I mean? And anyways, it'd be interesting. But imagine the Giants beat the Eagles.
Well, they beat Seattle. I mean,
I'm just saying.
anything is crazy, and the Giants don't have a home win yet. They're looking for their first home win.
I don't think they're going to win. They look like the Cowboys, homeless,
Oh, for real.
winless. Yes.
What's that song? She's homeless. Yeah, that's what they are. Both of them.
I'm taking the Eagles as well. The Giants still got to prove to me. At least the Eagles can move the ball. Just saying. The Raiders visit the Rams.
Well, okay, the Rams are the home team. They're coming off the bye week. Raiders just got rid of their wide receiver. I don't know. I mean, can the Raiders use Kyron Williams to run the ball against the Rams?
Well, Minshew got benched.
Right.
So that's one thing. I like the Raiders' Bowers. Of course, he came from the University of Georgia. But the Raiders on a 2-game losing streak, they just can't score. So, but then the Rams are in the same boat.
I know it. But I think the Rams defense can handle Aiden O'Connell. I would think they'd be able to do that at home. I don't like this matchup, but I'm going with the Rams. I mean, we got to pick
Oh,
somebody, right? I just don't
gotta
feel
pick the
comfortable.
home team, huh?
I don't feel comfortable with
I
the
mean,
Raiders. I mean,
who is home, honestly, because they're going to LA, the home of the Raiders,
well, now
right?
it's home of the Rams.
I mean, look, if you look at it, these are the two places where the opposite fans are going to take over the stadium.
Yeah.
We saw that with the Raiders because the Steelers had all the yellow towels there. Then Raider Nations is in LA or Oakland. They're far away from each other anyway. But
Yeah.
the Raiders used to play there, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go agree with you because it was a hard pick. I'll take the Rams.
I trust Stafford more than I would O'Connell in this situation.
Maybe,
I know.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I trust the Commanders defeating the Panthers.
Okay, next. I'm not going to argue there. I mean, we just saw that Carolina's a negative 100 differential in points. I mean, come on. They'd be lucky to score 14 points in that game against Washington.
Chiefs visit the 49ers. Chiefs coming off the bye week. 49ers 3-3. Just when you thought that maybe the 49ers could make a run, man, these are some hard games coming up for the 49ers.
It is. It sure is.
But I'm going to stay safe. I'm going to go for the Chiefs.
I've been wanting to pick the 49ers because I wanted to see like a double upset here, but I don't know. The Chiefs are not playing like Super Bowl caliber team, but they are finding a way of winning. That's why they're 5-0. I know that's what's crazy. So
It's a rematch.
yeah, and that's what's scary about it. I just feel like the 49ers, if they're going to try to win this West, they have to start with a win against Kansas City. They have to. Because if they lose, you're looking at 3-4, right?
Yeah, but
Seattle loses to Atlanta because Seattle got to go to Atlanta. They lose, they're 3-4. So now with the West, it's not looking well.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to change your mind because I'm going with the Chiefs myself, but I'm just saying this is a very, very tricky pick here that the 49ers can go out and win this game.
The 49ers can win it, especially Chiefs might have a slow start.
Right.
They're coming out of the bye.
And we've seen that against Cincinnati earlier this year. They had to fight and claw back against Cincinnati to win that game. So that's why I think the Chiefs are really due for this loss. They are really due for a loss.
Until they lose, prove me otherwise, right?
Right, exactly. So you're right. I agree with you.
Jets against the Steelers. This is an ugly, ugly game. I was just on top of Justin Fields, but damn. Can I skip a game? No.
I know, right? You got me speechless over here. Hold on. I can't trust the Steelers the way they're playing.
It's a Sunday night game.
Yeah. And with little tidbit, I'm gonna go visit the stadium that Sunday. I mean that Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go visit the stadium.
All right.
I mean, the game's the next night, but we're gonna go check it out. So hopefully that brings some good juju to the Steelers. But I'm sorry.
I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm taking the Jets on this one.
Oh,
I am going with the Jets. I don't trust the Steelers. I mean, they're just they're skating by on thin ice.
Look, the Jets defense is not what I think they were supposed to be. Okay,
right.
They've given up over 100 points. You're talking about Pittsburgh. They got the best defense in the AFC North. Now the offense, well, yeah, they're getting by. You're right, but they're not playing the standard football as one is used to, because Justin Fields could be used as a running back, right? So there's a lot of variables there, and I feel like Justin Fields is playing, but he's only playing because they're winning. You see
yeah. Once they start losing, then
Russell Wilson is still he's been named the QB2, right? So, like, what are we gonna get? And the Jets defense are solid. It's just things are not going well. And will Davante Adams start right away? But then again, don't disrespect the Steelers defense because Aaron Rodgers has not been looking like Aaron Rodgers either. That's why I'm not that convinced of the Jets.
Well, I like the Jets defense against the Steelers offense. You see, I think they can get to Justin
I
Field.
think I like the Steelers defense against Aaron Rodgers because I
Yeah.
think they could get to Aaron Rodgers.
So
Matter of fact, they could probably put Aaron Rodgers back to the IR.
so I guess what we're saying is that we're looking at a defensive matchup here that both
It's a
quarterbacks
low
could,
score game.
the both quarterbacks could and think about this. And I'm not trying to jump the gun, but the Steelers stay at home after the Jets and they welcome in the Giants. So just think about that. But yeah, I got the Jets on this one. It's a long shot. I'm not doing it because they got Devontae Adams. That don't even matter. The way they played last night, they should have won that game against Buffalo. So
all right, fair enough. The Ravens on the road against the Bucks. Monday Night Football.
Dun, 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 dun.
And that's two. That's one of two, by the way.
Yes, it is. I know we're going back to this two Monday Night Footballs that you like. I don't like it.
I love it.
I know you love it.
You know why? Because this game is going to be awesome. The second game, not so much, but I get to choose, right?
If you want to.
And then they're doing it during the MLB playoffs. So imagine that.
Right.
There we go.
You know, I like the way Mayfield's playing, but look, man, the Ravens are on fire. Okay, to me, besides the Lions, I think the Ravens are one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Okay, with losses, because I know we're not. I'm not trying to discredit the Vikings or the Chiefs. Don't get me wrong; they're undefeated. That's for a reason. But we talk about how we thought the Lions are the most.
The Ravens are a good team in the regular season. That's all you're gonna have to say. I can't say the same for the playoffs because they choke. Right, so. I agree with you. I'm picking the Ravens over the Bucks because they do good on primetime TV.
Yeah, they do. And I like the Ravens to continue on with this winning streak.
All right. And lastly, the LA Chargers versus the Arizona Cardinals. I got the Chargers.
I got the Chargers. Yes, I got the Chargers on this one.
And it's not good right now for us because we only disagree on 2 games.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, something is going to shake it up
big time. Yeah.
Especially
coming off a very fantastic week for both of us.
Oh man, you got only 1 loss.
Yeah.
You matched me. Remember that time I went with only 1 loss and I lost because I didn't pick the New York Giants.
Right. Yeah.
I
lost with the Titans, last week.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of ground to pick up, so if you win these 2, I ain't gonna be mad at you.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, whatever, dude. I need more than just 2 games.
Oh, yes, you do. You're only 9 games back,
Hey, you know what? It's okay. Still plenty of season.
A lot of football.
Still. Yes. Hey,
you know, I just don't fault you because
of course not.
Because you know what you're talking about. It's just that sometimes you just go off the wall with some of the picks.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever. You know what? You can stick it. And you can stick with this because all 4 Downs podcast will return normal schedule next week.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the college football. And every Thursday, 8:00 p.m. just before the Thursday night football game, we'll have the NFL picks. That's every Tuesdays and Thursday. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us, or you can like us on Facebook or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. It is all 4 Downs with Hector V and myself, OV1. Thank you for watching. What games are you picking? Please share with us. And again, happy birthday, Hector.
Appreciate you.
All right. I see you guys are winning, huh?
Yeah, but the Guardians have been threatening the last 2 innings. putting men on base.
Yeah, but if the Guardians don't win now, they're not going to win the series.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not.
no, I know. Going down 2-0 to go back to Cleveland is going to be pretty
I mean,
tough.
the Dodgers, man, they blew that second game. Good Lord. It's going to be a 7-game series. I believe that. But yeah. What a day today. I'm hungry. I got to get some food.
Well, you go get you some food.
Mm-hmm. So you're going through Ohio?
Yes, our flight leaves Friday morning at 7:00.
And I was just talking to Brenda about it. Like, no, my mom, excuse me. My mom was like, if you go to Ohio, let me know because I want to go visit the Pittsburgh, but my uncle lives there. So,
And
as a
that's
matter of fact, I was talking about him. He came over this weekend.
uh-huh.
So, yeah, he lives in outside of Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah, we're gonna head. Okay, yeah, we're gonna
About an
head.
hour away from
Yeah,
wherever you're going. Yeah.
yeah, because we're going to Youngstown.
Matter of fact, you gotta go through there to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna head to Youngstown. I think either Youngstown. I think that's where we're gonna go Friday night.
Mm.
So, but Saturday afternoon, after we get done with the Hall of Fame, we're gonna head up to Pittsburgh.
Nice. All right. You guys staying in Pittsburgh?
No, we're staying in Akron.
Mm. Oh, that's a travel.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's about almost a close to 2-hour drive from Akron to Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good luck. Have fun. Damn, man. Wish I had your schedule. I would have met you I would have met you in Ohio. Be like, yo, Theo. Yo, my uncle was talk, man. You're gonna have to take shots. Oh man. Anyways, I'll let you go, bro. Just have fun, be safe, happy birthday.
Appreciate you.
And
yay.
Huh?
I'll take lots of pictures.
Word up. You do that.
Because we should be landing at about 11:30. About 11:30, 12 o'clock Friday afternoon.
All right.
We get the rental car and head straight to the hotel. The hotel's only 6 minutes from the airport.
Nice.
So
yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's good, man.
It's my 50th birthday present to myself.
The big old 50.
Yeah. But see, the girls wanted to celebrate my birthday Thursday. That's why I couldn't do it, this podcast on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Because they're not coming with us. So
uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yes, sir. I should be back in Waco Sunday afternoon, about maybe 2-3 o'clock.
Waco.
Yeah. So, all right, brother. You have a good one, man. You go do what you got to do.
Yeah, man. Just be easy, be safe, and enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I will. I am looking forward to it.
Later, brother.
Later.